Hey Zoe.
Hey,
Hey,
are
how are
you
you?
done at work or
No, I'm just dropping by. I'm almost done though. Um, how are you feeling?
beaten up? But I'm ready for school tomorrow.
Okay.
I've been thinking about texting Katie, but I- I'm sure she's going through a lot of things. You think I should call her or text her?
Well, actually, I was speaking with Lily today, and Katie's actually really worried about you.
Worried about me?
Yeah,
Why?
apparently she kind of blames herself for what happened to you.
No, not her fault.
I know it's not her fault, but
The
I mean, you know how it is.
guy's
You
fault.
you kind of do it too, you know.
Oh well,
You know about some things you
yes.
blame yourself for. You know, seems like you two are the same.
Well, there's probably a reason why we're best friends, I guess.
Yeah. So was there anything you needed to pick up for school, or like, did you have all your supplies sorted?
I have all my supplies.
All right, that's good. Because if you need
I'll
anything,
start tomorrow.
yeah, because if you need
I
anything,
don't need
you can
anything.
probably go with Kaylee or something.
Uh, isn't she like ready to give birth soon?
She's still a few months away. She's about 2 months now.
Ah, there. Kind of looks like she's going to have a baby tomorrow.
Well, I mean, she is having twins. She's a bit larger than would normally be.
Oh, oh. I guess that's fair. I just, oh, you're you're heading back to work?
Not right away. I'm just on a break right now. Yeah,
Oh,
the advantage of working part time is I get to make up my own hours. So
that's good.
yeah,
Yeah. Do you know if this Samuel guy is in jail?
yes, he is in jail, and there's no way that he can get out on bail this time. He got off because last time we didn't really have any proof. It's not gonna. He's just lucky that I wasn't the one that caught him.
I heard Lily was the one. Is that right?
She was she was there and she cuffed him, but apparently he tried getting away. Had a really bad crash, and I think it was Katie and Dylan that actually kind of caught him, but they allowed Lily to cuff him.
Okay, that's very cool. I like Lily.
Yeah, well, that's why she's a close family friend, and that's why she's going to be the godmother of the twins.
Is she?
Yeah, that did didn't I tell you that?
I? I mean, no.
Yeah, Lily's going to be the godmother, and Scott's going to be the godfather.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll I'll just head upstairs. and
Okay.
lay down for a little bit.
Okay.
It's early.
Yeah. So, are you okay
I'm
though? I mean,
sorry.
other than other than the entire sem that asshole thing, are you okay? Like about the thing that we spoke about before?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Don't
didn't mean to.
don't be sorry, sweetie. Okay, look. Once the twins are born, um, I've already kind of started making some plans. During the holidays, what we'll do is we'll go up to Canada. We'll go back home, and we'll do what I promised that we were going to do. Okay? We're going to visit mom,
Really?
and yeah, and we're going to have both of us. We're going to have a nice long conversation with her.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I miss
and
mom.
I I miss her too.
Yeah, I haven't heard from Dad.
He hasn't responded to me either. Probably busy as always.
Yeah. Do he know? Or does he know that he's going to be a grandpa?
Yeah, I told him that I was engaged and that we were expecting twins, but he hasn't responded.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, he hasn't really,
Uh,
really, he doesn't want me in his life anymore. So I'm still, still love him. He's still my dad, but I'm not gonna worry about it.
no. You have a family on your own.
Yeah, we do have a family of our own. You're a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're going to be the crazy aunt that the kids love.
I guess. Teach them all the things they should know.
Yeah, I bet you'll get into loads of trouble with them.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right, kiddo, you go get some rest.
I will. School starts tomorrow, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll
You're,
we'll have to talk about getting you some
you're, s-
transportation, aren't we?
I can take the bus.
For now. We'll see
I
about the
have some
future.
bus money.
Oh, you don't need to worry about bus money. The school takes care of that. They give you like a student pass or something like that, don't they?
I don't know.
I guess it is the first year that you have to take the bus. And I'm pretty sure they have like a student pass that basically gives you a free ride in the morning and in the evening when you get back from school.
Okay.
But we'll look into that. And like I said, we'll look into getting something else for you in the future, okay?
And don't worry about it. I'm sorry I took the charger.
That's
I
okay.
think like the like a decent punishment is for me to take the bus.
That's okay, sweetie. Oh, by the way, we do have... I need to give you the new code. Um, All right, we have a brand new security system. It's actually state of the art. It costs us quite a bit of money to install. Yeah, it's like it
Yep.
costs,
Okay.
yeah, it costs about $1 million to install, but it's the best security system that we could actually buy. There are,
What?
yeah, it's just the installation. It's also a 1-year contract. It's included in there as well. For
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. How do we get $1 million?
you don't need to worry about that, Zoe. We have
You
money.
better not be selling crack.
Yes, Joey.
Telling you.
Yes, Joey. Your DPS officer brother is selling crack on the side to make up to buy the security system.
It's the perfect cover.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the new security code to get into the house. It will
You're
also
laughing.
open. Of course, I'm laughing.
Got scared. Yeah.
It will also open
Robert.
the front gate too. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I will
There
go
are
out the
also
side gate.
there are also panic buttons in the house as well. So if anyone ever like breaks into the house, all you need to do is hit the panic buttons. Okay. And then Group 6 will immediately tell the cops, and they'll also send someone as well.
Yeah. Miss Samuel came into the house.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen again. At least not without the cops being alerted.
Oh, that's good.
All right, sweetheart, you go get some
Um,
rest, okay?
I will. Thank you. By the way,
Yeah?
is Kaylee still afraid of going up the stairs?
No. Uh, last... She did fall down the stairs the other day, but it's because she wasn't using the railing, but I made her promise to always use the railing now. She's okay, though.
Yeah. You could tell her that we can always get an elevator for her, right?
Yeah, I don't think
Like
we're
the
going to
one
need
that
an
goes up
elevator.
and down the stairs. Up the
Oh, yeah,
stairs,
one of those things, yeah.
down the stairs. Uh-huh.
No, I think I'll be fine.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
I think so too.
only 2 months left.
Yeah, I think about 2 months we're going to be 4. I mean 5.
Yeah. And who knows about the future?
Yeah, who knows?
I think everything looks good. Yeah, the new security system looks really good. Alright, perfect. I see the new cameras are in place. Perfect. Well, it was expensive, but it's worth it. Sick and tired of my family getting taken. Where are you going?
What?
I thought you were getting some rest.
I need some water.
All right. Thinking of getting some pizza for lunch later. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Oh, second. Hi.
Good morning, Officer Ramzy.
Can I help you guys?
Yeah, so my name is Gracie Lee. I am very sorry to say this, but I'm from Child Protective Services. I'm here to talk about Zoe.
Okay. What is there to talk about?
Is it alright if we speak inside? It's getting a little cold out here, and very rainy and very wet.
Okay. Come on in. Yeah, don't mind the mess. We just had a brand new security system installed. Still kind of cleaning up.
Oh, it's no worries, I understand. Is everything alright?
Oh yeah, no, just we've had a few break-ins in the past, and I decided that I had enough, so I literally just forked over $1 million for a brand new state-of-the-art security system.
Alright. Well, where would you like to talk? Would you like to talk right here, or is there anyone else in your house that you prefer to?
Well, like, how long is this talk going to be? Like, if it's long, we can go and sit down, but if it's short, like, what's going on?
It'll probably be a mixture. Depending on how you react to this, it might be a short conversation. But unfortunately, I'm legally obligated to have this conversation with you. Because you are her legal guardian, right?
That is correct.
So unfortunately, both law enforcement and CPS has been getting a lot of claims lately about Zoe's behavior. And it's getting to a point where she was under investigation before, but it seems like you guys, as I'm sure you know. And unfortunately, due to the excess amount of reports we've been getting, it's gotten to a point where this is an emergency situation. Take her witness. She does need to go into temporary custody until we can do investigations and
Wait,
all the other stuff. But right now,
what
we
reports? Like, what reports are we talking about here? Because look, I know she was arrested a few times, but like, we had a talk. We've dealt with that. She said that she's not going to do it anymore. Like, technically, like, every time she's stolen a car, it was always my car, and I'm not pressing charges against her.
These are all the emails that we've gotten. It's from teachers. It's from
What?
let's see, a couple people that were just I'm assuming they were people that recognized her from the past, and they went ahead and made a report. But these are all very sudden. They all happen kind of at once, and now we are kind of under the assumption that she might not be in a safe household. And unfortunately, since she is a minor, it's something that we do to this degree.
What the fuck is this?
Again, like I'm saying before, it's unfortunately not something that we know for sure yet, because of the fact that it's been so sudden, and because of the fact that there's been so many reports all of a sudden. This is a kind of an emergency situation. I don't want to do this either, but legally speaking, I do have to detain her.
Scott, do you know anything about this?
Not until today, man.
I would like to work with you and whoever else is considered her legal guardian, but again, unfortunately, we do have to take her until we have solid evidence that she's not in an unsafe home. It's very possible that since you seem just as confused that they're false claims, but again, as CPS, we can't just assume that every single parent is as morally righteous as they like to give off.
Like, these are definitely bogus. She hasn't been to Grove Street in, well, quite a long time. I mean, she does have a boyfriend there, but she hasn't actually seen him in a while. What the fuck?
Again, we're just as confused as you are.
Alright,
I mean,
this doesn't make sense to me.
if it counts for anything, again, my name is Gracie Lee Shaw. I am personally in charge of her case, and I want to make sure that this is the right thing that's done. Again, I have no way of knowing right now if any of this is any way, shape, or form accurate, but because of the fact that it has been so sudden, it's something that I do have to take.
So what happens
into
afterwards?
immediate precaution. So what happens afterwards is once we go ahead and take her into custody, basically she'll get a stay at home for herself for the time being. I'll probably have a roommate or two. Until we do some investigation, make sure the claims are false or not. Once we know that the claims are false, if they are, then we'll go ahead and return it back to you. Unfortunately, until that point, though, we won't be able to have any contact with you or anything like that. You guys have to be completely separated for the time being. Again, this is not something that I want to do, but at this point I am legally obligated. That's why I have police officers with me. That's why very sudden conversation. If it wasn't for the fact that it, you know, like, if this came to me very slowly and very subtly, I would have come to you about it and told you about it sooner, but these all came within a few days. I had no warning, and it's come to a point where this is my only option.
I'm not really sure that she's going to take this well.
Oh, I'm sure she won't. I don't blame her. I wouldn't take it well either.
What I'm trying to say is this could cause more harm than good.
Believe me, I know that. I don't want to do this either. I really don't.
Like, isn't there any other alternatives? Like, this is my little sister we're talking about.
I know it is, and that's what makes it difficult. No matter what relation it is, it's always difficult to do this. And it seems to me like your friend over here, he seems to praise you. As far as I could tell, at least. I mean, he seems just as confused as you are. I mean, the only thing is, though, is again, because these are such sudden things, and because of the fact that she does have a history with CPS, I don't really have much of another option. But believe me, even if I wasn't the one on this case, someone else, I would say the exact same thing.
God damn it.
Would you like to be a part of this conversation? Because I see that
What's going on?
Zoe? Come here.
What?
Hey, kiddo.
What?
This lady here is from Child Protective Services.
Oh, what?
apparently there have been some reports, some really bad reports. I'm not really sure if they're true or not. I don't want to believe that they're true. Well, when was the last time that you were on Grove Street?
I was on Grove Street when I was beaten up. I went there because that was the only street I knew the name of. Has there been complaints about me? I ran through a backyard. I didn't mean to.
No, this doesn't have anything to do with that. You haven't been doing drugs, have you? Or selling drugs, or dealing in any way, shape, or form with drugs?
No.
If I may intervene, I will say that we will be doing drug tests and we will be asking these questions. That's, again, another reason why I came here, so that way I could ask you the questions as well.
What is this about?
Zoe, you haven't been... This is so hard. Zoe, you haven't been doing anything with your body with other men in some sort of...
No. No. Why would you ask that? What is wrong? Why are those people here?
Zoe, they're here. They're here to take you away.
Why? No. They can't take me away.
There's nothing I can do to stop them,
They
Zoe.
can't. No. They can't take me away from you.
Sweetie, this isn't over. I'm not gonna let them just take you.
I don't want to just take you either. We can still talk about this a little longer before we make any at the moment, but again, I am legally stuck right here. If you'd
Look,
like to sit down and have a longer conversation about it, we can. I would like to say I could give you guys some space and some time, but since this is a case of emergency, I really can't legally. If I were to leave you alone, then I'd have to leave someone with you. If you're okay with your friend Scott being there, then I'm fine with that too.
You can't take me away. Please.
Zoe.
Look, I don't really want to, but I'm stuck legally. If I don't do it, then I could go to prison for it. I was assigned your case years ago when thing else happened with you, and if I drop that responsibility now, I could get fined, I could get put in jail, I could be every one of those things. Our entire department could go under legal lawsuits. Again, that is why I have two offices here. I have no other option. I don't want to do this, I really don't, because I can tell that something's wrong.
Zoe, we'll figure this out, okay?
Believe me, I've been doing this for years. I can tell when something's not right, and something's not right. If I could choose not to go ahead and take you, I would. But again, we're under the assumption that you're not in a safe household. The last option we got right now. Until we can do further investigation, this is our last option.
I want to stay here. I don't want to leave. Please.
Do you guys like a moment alone with Officer Scott?
Yeah, if you won't mind.
I trust that, Officer Scott, you will keep to your, studies. If anything happens, let me know, but I will give them their space for a minute. Sorry, but I am gonna have to make this about 5 minutes max, alright?
Yeah.
I really don't want to, but this is how it's gonna have to go.
Don't
Take me
let them
back to the
take
Easter egg hunts of my youth. This
Please.
job sucks.
I beg you. Please. I don't know of anything else.
It's okay,
No
sweetie.
kid.
Yeah,
We'll figure this
it's
out, okay?
not okay. Please.
I think I prefer.
You can figure it out while I'm here.
That's not an option.
Take me. Oh, Robert, please. I beg you. Don't let them take me.
I don't have
Please.
a choice. I don't have a choice. I don't want them to take you, but I don't have a choice.
Then let me run away. I will come back. Please.
Zoe, that's not going to solve the problem. It'll only make it worse. It will only make things worse. If you run away and I allow it to happen, that's basically going to make their suspicions, or confirm their suspicions that there's something wrong here, okay? That I'm trying to cover up something. But we have nothing
wrong.
We got nothing to hide,
What had
sweetie.
happened? Please. I beg you.
I don't have a choice.
God. Please don't let them take me, please. Can't you do anything? Please?
Zoe, I can't. There's nothing I can do. But I can promise you, I'm not going to just do nothing about this. I'm going to get you back.
But what if you leave me to some people that don't love me? What if I will never see you guys again? What am I going to do?
I'll never allow that to happen.
You promise?
I promise. You're my little baby sister. I'm not going to let you go. Not now, not ever. I promised Mom that I'd take care of you. That I would never let anything happen to you. I'm going to keep that promise.
I love you. I will never change.
I love you. I love you so much.
Sorry for everything I did.
It's okay. You know I forgive you for that.
Will you tell Kaylee and give the twins a kiss when they come? And tell Kaylee I love her? Okay.
Of course I will, but you'll be back before the twins are born.
Can you tell them that for me, please?
Of course, but you'll be able to do it yourself. We'll be able to give him all the hugs and kisses you want.
Okay. Tell them about Auntie Zoe. Okay.
Of course, but you'll get to tell him yourself. We'll get to the
Okay.
bottom of this.
I love you. Please. Never forget me, okay?
Zoe, that's impossible. It's impossible to forget you. Like I said, I'm gonna fight for you.
Okay. I don't want to. I'm scared.
I know, baby girl. But we'll figure this out.
Do everything I can. Okay.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too. I love you so much.
Sorry to end this moment. Fortunately, 5 minutes has passed.
I know.
Like I said, Mr. Ramzy, I'll be sure to keep in touch. I'll be sure to let you know how the investigation's going. I'm gonna try and get this cleared out as fast as I can. I don't want
Okay.
either of you suffering for longer than you have to.
Fine for me.
Of
Okay.
course.
This is my only home.
I know.
It's not going to be anywhere else.
I know.
Alright, Zoe, you're gonna have to go ahead and get in Officer Scott's car and be taking you down to the station to go ahead and question. Alright?
Okay.
Mr. Ramzy, I'll make sure I come back as well and talk to you a little bit, get your information and go from there.
Oh, wait. And can I go and grab something in my room?
As long as Officer Scott's with you, then yes.
Oh, okay.
Look, again, I'm really sorry, Mr. Ramzy. I hate that I have to do this.
I understand, but you also have to understand that I'm not really your biggest fan right now.
Again, I don't blame you. I hope that, as the investigation goes, hopefully you can come to like me and see that, I want the same thing you want. Get Zoe back home to you. Again, if I had time to investigate this beforehand, I would've, but they were so sudden and so frequent, I had no other option. I'll make sure I keep in touch, that way you know where it's going.
I just
Yeah.
need to write something.
Like I said, I'll try and make this as quick as I can. Hoping maybe a couple weeks.
Okay.
See if I can get it done quicker, but it entirely depends on who these people are, if I can get in touch with them, and And if these are false claims, then we're gonna have to arrest whoever it was that caused the false claims.
So you will take care of Robert? Good.
Got everything you need?
Yes.
Look, again, I'm very sorry, Zoe. We'll try and make this as quick as we can.
It doesn't help.
I know it doesn't help.
You're taking me away from my home.
No. One thing I hate doing, but my only option. And I hope with time you guys will come to see that I'm not as much of a villain as I seem like. I don't know what's going on, but something tells me about the way that you guys are acting, especially Officer Scott here. Something tells me that these aren't accurate claims. But we'll get more in talks about that once get you to the station, alright? Go ahead and give your brother one more hug.
I left it now. On the counter. Please read it. I love you, okay?
I love you too. I love you too.
I love you.
Let me get the door for you. Munch has got the munchies. Maybe we could. How about you back there, kid? You feeling a little hungry?
Yeah.
Psst, come on, Scott. Kid's having a rough day. Stick him in the burger shop.
Yeah, give me some.
Is everything alright?
Yeah. They're both saying that they're hungry. Do you mind if we just stop off at a restaurant?
Yeah, I guess so. Can't exactly deny anyone food. That's kind of one of the services we provide, so.
Alrighty.
Where do you like to go, kid?
I don't know.
What's that one place in Davis, Scott? It sells some chicken.
I think it's a Cluck and Bell.
Something like that. Hey, you like chicken?
Yeah.
Alright, let's head to the Cluck and Bell.
Hey, is it alright if we stop for gas on the way there?
Yeah, we'll go to the gas station first, and then we're also going to Cluck and Bell just off of Davis.
Alright.
Hey, kid, you shouldn't cry so much. Don't you know that the government, records your memories from the tears that you drop on the pavement?
I don't care. I think you would have done the same thing if somebody took you away from your home.
Oh, oh, I probably would, but that's why we wear the tinfoil hat. To add a little layer of
Um,
protection.
I will never use that.
Who
Well,
hired you, John?
uh,
I don't remember the interview panel for it.
believe it was a fine gentleman named Cole.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some.
Alright.
Here, I imagine it's pretty hot in there. Take one.
Um, thank you.
Don't worry about it. Here, Scott, I got you one too. Hope you got a sweet tooth.
No, thanks. Um, I can't remember exactly where the Clucking Bell's at. I'm never down here.
Uh, take a left up here, I think. And it's gonna be next right.
Oh, I see you now. Okay.
God.
Welcome to Lucky Plucker. How may I help you today?
Give me just a second. We're still looking at what we want to eat.
Sure thing, honey.
If you guys want to take a look real quick.
Yeah, sure. What do you want, kid?
Uh, I don't know. I just take something.
What do you want? I got it covered. Don't worry. That chicken salad looks pretty good. What are you thinking, Scott?
Yeah, actually not very hungry right now.
Yeah, I guess I'll just have that. You want a chicken sandwich, kid?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and get that for her at a meal, just in case she gets hungry later on.
Okay. Um, we're just gonna get a chicken salad and, what was it? The other thing was that chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna be a chicken sandwich and a chicken salad, correct?
Yep.
All right, your total's going to be $27.94. Please roll to the next window for retrieval.
Alrighty.
Good evening, sir. Your total's gonna be $27.94. Got your salad here as well as your chicken sandwich. You want any sauce with it?
Um, John, you want sauce for your salad or anything?
Uh, need to lay out the sauce a little bit. I'll just take the salad.
Alright. Zoe, do you want sauce for the chicken sandwich?
No.
Yeah. No, we're good, man.
All right, here you go. And let me get your card swiped. Here you go, and you have a good day, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, kid. Here's your chicken sandwich.
Thank you.
And salad for Mr. Munch. And they put turkey. Since when have they sold turkey there?
To be honest, it doesn't totally surprise me with where the building's been placed at.
Hey, honey boo, you look great.
Well, I guess John's having turkey. Yum.
Fine, lean meats are better for you anyways.
So I've been told. At least it's not pork. You can't eat that. This is actually surprisingly fresh. You have to eat straight out of the grass to sound this good. What the hell? Okay, that's enough of that.
I fucking told you.
Okay.
Oh, do not puke in my fucking patrol car. Out.
I'm good. Just need to go drink my pop.
That's not yours. Okay, you can keep them both. Thanks.
All right, let's get you out of here, kid.
Let's just go into the office.
So are you alright?
go inside.
That it's a necessity right now. Not putting you in a jail cell. We're just gonna go sit in the captain's office.
You promise?
Not going to prison. Point in time, we have no way of knowing if you're accurate, so for now, we're just gonna go ahead and put you. Probably gonna have a roommate or two, unless you. Otherwise, not going to prison. You're not in trouble. At this point in time, this whole thing was more concern for your safety, more so than us trying to convict you of your actions. Again, we need physical proof of these actions, which we do not have.
What actions?
I can go ahead and tell you about them. I do have emails there with you. I'm going to be asking you about them anyway to see if you have any side of the story, if you might have any ideas if these are false claims, and if they are, who might be saying them, things of the like.
Okay.
Follow me. Come on, Munch. Just chill out in here for a bit. Got some paperwork you need to do.
Of course. Favorite part.
Is it alright if I sit beside you, or would you rather I didn't?
That's okay. Can you first tell me, like, what would happen?
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question?
Can you please tell me what is going to happen now?
Alright, so from this point forward, like I said before, we're gonna go ahead and ask you some questions. See if you know anything about these claims, see what your perspective is saying. After which case, once we know your answers, then we're gonna go ahead and take you to, or something similar to a safe house as if you were in witness protection, but you know, you still have your life and everything like that. It's just that unfortunately you can't see your brother or anyone else is considered a legal guardian at this point in time. Once we go ahead and get you secured somewhere safe, that we know that you're safe and we can be monitored, we're gonna go ahead and start depending on where. Sorry, what was that?
Why wouldn't you investigate before?
Fortunately, because of the severity of the claims and how they came in, and because of your history with CPS already, we didn't have much of an option but to make this a state of emergency. Again, because like here are the emails so that you can read them over and kind of let me know your perspective. But they're pretty severe claims. They definitely break several laws. One of which your brother asked you about selling your body and things like that. Again, you're a minor, so that would technically be a case of child pornography and pedophilia and things of the like. Unfortunately, you would not have been charged for that because again, you are a minor. It's whoever the adults were that if this is a real case, be the adults that take the blame for that one. But again, they're very, very serious claims with your history with law enforcement, with your history. Yes, already. I unfortunately had no other option. If they weren't as sudden as they were, especially after we had just finished putting you in watch, ended up canceling that claim because apparently you were ill for a while, from what we saw. Now that suddenly this resurged, it was a matter of you're not in a safe household and we need to get you out as soon as possible on the off chance that these are real claims. Every claim that we get, every single story that we get, every eyewitness account that we get, we have to take with as much as we can. We can't go into these claims automatically thinking that they're false because otherwise we might risk a child such as yourself potentially getting hurt in their home or their action. So that's why this was kind of a act now type of thing before we can investigate, and it's primarily for your safety. It's legal obligation at this point. If I had the option to investigate beforehand, I would have. Like, if we had just gotten one of those emails, then I had like a week to look into it, wouldn't be here right now. Those all came in within a couple days of each other. So if you have any comments on them, let me know. I'll write them down. If you believe they are false, let me know. And if you feel like there's someone behind the false claims, please definitely tell me their name, and we will get a hold of them.
Lex Hogan.
Okay.
He's my history teacher. He failed me in history. The things he wrote about me not being at school, that's true. But the
Give me
reason
1 second
couple of
to write
months.
all this down.
Okay.
Alright, what were you saying?
I said, like, what he said about me not being at school, that's true. But
That is true? Okay.
yeah, but Robert always came and picked me up and dragged me back to school. Like, he drove me to school.
Okay, so you said that he failed you. Was that on purpose? Like,
I don't know.
Should you have not been failed, or?
I took the class, like, I really, like, took care of it. I got B's and A's. In all the other, subjects, I straightened up. I took care of the school thing. History was the only class that I failed. I tried to get a reason from him, but he never gave me a reason. Robert reached out to him. He wouldn't answer Robert. He just said that it's because, yeah, doesn't, like, that, yeah, he just decided on failing me. I tried so hard. I even took, like, the exam. I failed on the exam also. I didn't know why. I was so frustrated. Like, I tried so hard. Like, all the other languages, or not languages, but subjects, they were perfectly fine. Like, I didn't fail them.
Alright.
Yeah, no.
I'll go ahead and get in touch with and see if I can get a hold of that test as well as the key and any other tests that he might still have a hold of. Because if I get a hold of them, then I can compare and see what's going on with that.
The second
How long
one
ago
from
was this?
oh, it was before the summer holidays, so and I think I took like the exam in June. I failed it right before I went on vacation to Norway. I studied so hard for that test, but I never got. I failed again. I don't know why. I yeah. And
Okay, well,
the second
I got
one,
I got reasonable suspicion for that one, so I can probably go ahead and get a warrant to get some of those tests and what I can do with that. But what about these other claims?
the one from a Bible. I ain't never been on Grove Street. I may have been there like maybe out of curiosity. Like everybody's talking about Grove Street. I was on Grove Street the one time, but that was because I was kidnapped, um, and beaten up. I went to Grove Street because I needed help, and that was the only street I knew the name of. I called the police. Um, I never been on Grove Street doing those things this email claims. Like I have a good home. How would I even do something like that? Like both my brother and my sister-in-law, they work for DPS. Why would I do something that I know they're trying to fight?
Surprise, we fortunately we do have some kids that regardless of having families that are part of DPS and like they don't really a lot of them are rebellious. That's because they don't like having strict parents. Have strict parents, they feel like they're being restricted and tend to act out a lot of the time because of the fact they see other kids being able to do other things, they get peer pressured and they feel trapped. Someone tells me that you don't feel trapped. Right?
No, I don't understand those emails. I may have smoked weed, but like everybody my age does that. Out of curiosity. But I didn't stand on the street corner dressed in a miniskirt. Like, that's way out of my league. Like, I don't even like going in miniskirt. I always wear pants. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know who Perla Davis is. Or Billy Bible. Or Alex Hogan, I obviously know. Um, Alexa Myers? I, I don't even know who that is either. I had never met a daughter which has a mom called Alexa Myers. I don't know. Why are these people doing this?
Okay, so if you don't mind me asking, but is there anyone in your past life that you might have any complications with? Anyone that might not like you, anyone that might hate you, might not be happy with the decision that you made? Anyone.
You have Rosemary Raven. She came
I'm
down in what?
very familiar with that name. I can say that I don't think she's the problem. She was publicly executed a while ago.
I know, but she came down in the cell.
Okay, I will
She
go ahead and
shot
write her name
someone.
down because I'm sure she has other. Sure, she has other connections.
She came down in like the cell area where I was. She killed someone there. I don't know who was next door. Freaked me out. I know about Millie Erickson. He I don't remember
Millie
like the
Erickson, is that what you
circumstances.
said, or Millie Erickson?
Millie. There's a guy. I don't know his name though. No, I know his name, but I just remember the name. I
Crime. Is there anyone else that might not like you?
Samuel.
All right, who's Samuel? What's his last name?
I don't remember his last name. He was the one that abused my best friend, and he he beat me up. He
Who's
said
your
he was
best friend?
coming
I
for
might be
me.
able to go ahead and get in touch with her and as she
Katie.
see if she has any information.
Katie Longmire. I don't have any other names. Ramsey's like a very rare name. There could literally be anyone. They'll search up
Alright.
Robert Ramsey. They'll figure out that if they have a grudge on him, they'll.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. That's kind of why I want to go and ask. That's why I want to ask your brother some questions, because sure, people are not very fond of him and probably want to rip away what makes him happy.
I don't know.
Either way, once
Look,
we're done with this conversation, I'll make sure I go and talk to him and ask him myself. I don't know how much information he's gonna give me. I'm sure neither of you like me very much. But again, I want you guys to know that I have the same goal that you guys, get you back home to him as soon as I don't like this
look.
either. I don't want to do this to you guys. I really don't.
Um, I know you're just doing your job, but living home with Robert, yes, it has its struggles. He's like, he's my brother. Um, but he's always taking care of me.
Oh, believe me, I get
Always
it.
me.
I'm a middle child with 5 brothers, so I get it. And 1 sister. There's always
Yeah.
family discourse with siblings. I get it.
So I I don't know why this is happening. I try
Don't
to
worry, well,
understand.
like I said, for a while your record was clear, and we did go ahead and drop you off our watch list. We thought things were good, and then all of a sudden we got all these claims, and I didn't really have any other option.
I'm sorry about that. I was
No, it's not. It's not your
like,
fault. If you're being completely honest, none of this is your fault, and someone just has a vendetta against one of you. Obviously, they want to hurt you guys. Fortunately for them, I'm a very good detective. That's why I'm a part of this job, and I try to make sure families don't have to be broken up if they don't have to be broken up.
yeah, I I'm
I want you to
just
know that I will go without sleep if I have to just to get this done as quickly as possible for you guys. Right now, you are my top focus. You and your brother, my top focus, and you guys are the only case that I'm going to be taking on right now because pretty big case.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Let me ask you this. For the safe house, like I said before, now to have roommates, or if you prefer alone, then we can go ahead and...
I won't be able to see Robert. I don't.
Fortunately not. Might allow visitation on rare occasion, but I would say probably once a week. Best that we can do for visit. However, it would have to be at a police station where you can be monitored. Like, both of you would have to be pat down, make sure you guys don't have anything on you, and then allow physical contact at that point, allow you some time to talk, but that's really the only visitation that we allow. But we'll say the first week or two, until we get a little bit more solid evidence, there won't be... Gotta ensure that, you know, you're not getting hurt or anything on the sidelines. We gotta... Fortunately, with this job, we do have to separate entirely until we have firm ground to believe that at least someone in that family is someone that you... is someone that you can keep in touch with.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hey, sweetheart, it's alright, it's alright.
Sure. Are you sure?
Sure about what?
That I will get back home.
If everything you're saying is accurate, then yes, you'll be back home. Which, something tells me that you're being honest. I want to believe that you're being honest. Definitely the biggest thing is that kids want to trust them more than anybody else. Tend to trust the kids more than we trust the parents, the witnesses, anything. At the end of the day, kid is lying, they'll slip up somewhere and you'll notice it. But everything about your story has been consistent. Every single answer you've given has not had any inconsistency. Like, I have zero reason not to believe you. Like I said before, I'll be working very closely with you. Whatever officers would like to be involved with this, I'll be working closely with them, which I assume Officer Scott would like to be involved, considering pretty attached to you. And I will also be keeping in touch with your guardians. Brother, I'm not sure if I have to double check, but I'm not sure if his wife is also considered a legal guardian. Again, I'd have to double. But I will be working very closely with everyone here. I'll be keeping everyone updated. I have no reason to hide anything from any of you. I'll make sure that you guys know what's happening every single second as soon as I get a new update. I'm alright with the... You know, I'll be a little lenient here. If you want some degree of contact, as much as I should not do this, I'm okay with you guys writing letters. Whenever I come and visit one of you, write a letter. I'll read it just to ensure that everything's on there. Don't say anything too personal, but I will have to read it, and I will transfer the letter. Everything will be done by hand. I'll make sure that it gets that you want it to go to. Same for vice versa. But again, I will have to read every single letter. Again,
Okay.
I really shouldn't be doing this. If it's what'll keep you steady while we're doing this, then I'll do it.
I appreciate that.
Alright, so, would you like to be alone, you said? Or did you want roommates? The other roommates you're gonna get are other children within, as of this time being, that are currently under investigation. I'm not sure how comfortable you'd be with that.
I want to be alone.
Alright, like I said, you will be monitored. Probably will often have a guard nearby. We do have cameras inside the house just to ensure we don't have them anywhere private, such as the bathroom and things like that, for your own privacy and your own respect. But there will be heavy monitoring of the house that you're staying in.
Okay. Are we done?
Yeah, we're done. We're gonna go ahead and I'll probably I will probably come with you guys for the time being. Make sure you're comfortable. And Officer Scott, if you wouldn't mind, I would like to go back to Robert's home and ask him a couple things, but I don't believe he'll talk to me if you're not there. Talk to me unless someone of comforting, aura is around him. Positive he's not fond of me. I'm sure I've made an enemy of him right now, but I need to know his side of things. Are you alright with that?
Are you asking me?
That's an Officer Scott, but it doesn't seem like he's here right now.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of spacing out. What's the question?
Once we go ahead and once we get Zoe to her safe house, make sure she's comfortable and relaxed. I would like it if you came with me back over to the. That way I can ask Robert a few questions. I don't think he'll talk to me if it's just me in that room. I don't know what to expect from his personality, but I'm sure if you're there, he'd be more willing.
Yeah, that works for me.
All right, let's go ahead and get you to your house and make sure you're comfortable. I'll make sure I grab your clothes and things of the like from your house, so that way you have that as well. Get you situated.
Okay.
Okay, I've got an address. It's over in the Del Perro area.
All right, we'll go ahead and.
Keep working on your paperwork, Munch.
Sorry, what?
I was just telling Officer Munch there to continue on his paperwork. He still has a bunch of files to read over since he just got out of training.
All right, well, go ahead and head out then.
Sounds good.
Is it here?
What do I want to do now? Okay, first we take a
Yeah.
shower. Oof, a man you like so much. That's right, honey. I'm
Damn,
gonna
where did she get her
scrub the
license?
stink right out of you. Of course, honey. You don't stink down there.
All right, are you ready to go inside?
You okay? Goodbye.
Yeah.
All right, this will be your safe house for the time being. Go ahead and take a look around. Let me know if there's any concerns or.
Right? His overhead is killing him. You follow? Right. Gotta cut costs somewhere. And I, my friend, have a hookup on Chinese generics.
Yeah.
you're gonna kick your own ass on this. Hey man, thanks for returning the call.
How do you feel about the place?
Well, I don't know about
I
the
know.
live, love, laugh part.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Fortunately, there's only so many options we can do, but
I just hurry.
I promise
I
I
want
will.
to get back home.
Like I said, I will lose sleep for this case if I have to.
My life depends on it. I
I
hope
know.
you understand that.
I do understand that. I understand that more than you might think I do.
Good.
Go ahead and quicken up the process. I guess I'll head over back to your home, talk to your brother a little bit, see how he claims these things to be. If he has any comments about your history, anything like how you've been in the meantime. Go from there. First person I plan to get in touch with is that Dex Hogan of yours. Like I said, I'll go ahead and file a warrant, see if I can go ahead and search for those tests. And as far as I remember, teachers are legally not allowed to destroy those tests in any way, shape, or form. They have to be kept in files at all times. I'll get a search warrant with the school, get a search warrant with him, and see what I can do. But I'm gonna need to look into his past too, because you might not be the first student that he's.
Okay.
You go ahead and get cozy, get your clothes while you're there. Is there anything you'd like me to grab before I leave?
No.
Alright. You have my contact number over on that table over there that you saw before. If you ever need me, you can text me. If you have an emergency letter to give to your brother, call me, I'll swing by and get it for you. We can go from there.
Okay.
Things will be alright. Promise you that. Normally shouldn't make promises, but this is a promise that I'm willing to make.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Go ahead and give you your space now, and like I said, call me if you need anything. Do you want me to swing back after I talk with your brother? Because if he writes you a letter before I leave, I might come back anyway, but if you do anything beforehand, I can.
Okay.
I'll let you settle in, and Officer Scott, I guess you and I can head over there.
Yeah. Tell him I love him, okay?
Yeah, I'll make sure I relay the message. Be safe now, alright?
Uh-huh.
You can walk past me holding the door open for you.
Those morons can't follow simple instructions. I know, dude. That's not what we agreed on. Don't worry. When we get back to the office, there will be hell to pay. We're gonna get this fixed.
What have I done?
Look, I'm a man of my word, okay? A handshake is a handshake.
Sweetie. I got your message. What happened?
Child Protective Services came.
And
They took her away. They say there've been some reports. Stuff like,
what?
they're saying that there are reports of Zoe basically, like, being a prostitute on Grove Street and selling and doing drugs and skipping class. I don't know what to do.
That's, you know, that's not Zoe.
But
They
what,
have to be false. They have to be fake.
why would anyone do these?
Robert.
I mean, what if there's a chance that they are true and I've completely failed her?
You didn't fail her.
I don't know what to do.
Sweetie. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I will help you. We will do everything we can to get Zoe back, okay? Robert, listen to me. You have to fight. You have to fight for your baby sister. I know it's hard and it feels like it's probably like you can't do anything, but you have to fight. Giving up is the last thing you should do. I'll be here with you.
What if those reports are true? What if that's the reason why she's been acting out lately and getting out of control?
Okay, so if they're true, we will still show that we can take care of her. Robert, you've been there for her. All the time. We just have to show them that we're capable of taking care of Zoe. And I don't think a smart thing to do is to take her away. Just I will help you, okay? But you need to fight. I'll take the door.
Okay.
Hello? Kaylee Adams, but
Gracie Lee from CPS.
well, you just told me about it.
I'm sure you're not very happy, but here to ask a couple more questions from either one of you's perspective. Preferably Robert if he's willing to talk. I can hear it from both of you though if both of you are very involved in her life.
Well, I just have to ask you a question first.
Please, feel free.
Is she safe?
Yes, she is safe. If you don't believe me, Officer Scott, can confirm. He brought her to a safe house over in Delta. There is cameras all around. She will have security all around. She's monitored to make sure that she is safe, and we do have alerts as well. So if anything does happen to her, if anyone unauthorized gets into the building, then we will know, and we'll send law enforcement her way right away. If she seems to be a danger to herself, then we will also get it, and we will send law enforcement her way right away. Once again, she's very safe and protected right now.
Okay. Robert is inside. You can always try
Alright,
talking to him, but just took his baby sister away. I don't know.
I know. That's the thing that I kind of want to get across. I believe she understands now, but I want the same thing you guys. Based on what she's telling me, which, you know, you want to believe the kid more than the parents, like, but based on what she's telling me, something tells me that, if she doesn't have any enemies, then, it's very possible that, either you or him, most likely him, has an enemy that wants to hurt him in the worst way possible. That's kind of why I wanted to speak specifically to Robert, because he has any enemies. I'm sure he probably has many with people that he's arrested and things of the like. It's gonna be difficult for me to find out who might be behind the false accusations, which they are false, which I think they probably are, honestly. If they are false, then we can't arrest whoever it is if I don't have names to investigate.
Of
I
course.
want to get Zoe back to you guys as soon as I can. That's my goal. Like I told Zoe, I will lose sleep for this Kate. You guys back with her as soon as I can. I do want to let him know that as much as I shouldn't, I am breaking the rules and finding a way of communication with them so that way they can both stay in touch, even if it's not in person.
Okay. That's
Want to
okay.
relay any of that to him and see if he'd talk to me with that knowledge, let me know. I can wait outside until you're ready.
Okay. I'll come and get you.
Alright.
Robert.
Yeah.
They're here.
Who?
CPS is here.
What do they want now? They don't have anyone else to take away.
She wants to talk to you. I know it's hard, but I think you should talk to her.
All right.
Are you ready for that?
I mean, I don't want to, but honestly, if it's for Zoe's sake, I will.
Yeah. I'll go and grab something. I'll tell them to come in. I will be right down with you, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Robert,
Yeah.
is it all right if I sit down, or would you rather I stand?
Go ahead.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna stand for a minute. Alright, so I just want you to let you know, first and foremost, that my goal right now is to get her back to you as best I can. Because after talking with her and asking her questions, something tells me that these claims against her are more than likely false. I got a few names to look through. I got a couple of good leads. That one that's Lex Hogan, that teacher of hers, that first report that you saw, we will be getting a search warrant on him and as well, so that way we can go ahead and look at this and see how her grades looked and do a lot of, as much as comparison as we can, see if that's not the first student who's done this to, things alike. Biggest thing I want you to know is that she's not going to be gone from you for long. I will lose sleep over this case if I have to. This will be the only case I'm taking over I'm being, and you guys will be my top priority. I know that doesn't help any. I'm sure I'm still an enemy. I don't at all blame you, but this is something that I'm going to be trying my absolute best for. So, guess one thing that I kind of wanted to start with was, you read the emails, you know the plan. Have any perspective on it?
Sorry, what's the question?
Based on the emails that you read, do you have any claims? Do you know that, do you think any of this is typical behavior? Do you think this is anything that you, have you heard of anything like this? Anything, any information that you have on any of those emails? She did mention that with that teacher of hers that you tried to contact him and try to get a reason for why she failed the class, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had a meeting with them, during a parent-teacher. Parent-teacher, and I kind of asked him some questions. I mean, he was just saying that he was saying that she seemed to be trying, but she just couldn't figure it out for some reason, which I don't understand, because after she failed her first test, I basically started helping her out, because I mean, you saw her file, what she used to be like, where she would skip school, where she was failing everything. And I had a talk with her about that, and she completely changed everything around. I no longer had to basically drag her to school. She would basically get up on her own and go to school. And for a little while, I followed her to make sure that she was going to school and staying there. And after about a month of that, I figured I could trust her again. and everything seemed to be fine. And her grades were all like going from failing to A's and B's except for her history class. So when I got the
Sorry, give me just
first...
a moment. I'm writing this down. Alright, so about the other claims of selling drugs and the sexually explicit content, does any of that sound familiar for her?
No. I mean, the closest that she came to, like, the drugs thing was before we had our talk. Um, when I was under investigation for the first time, but since then she's, as far as I know, she's been clean. She hasn't done anything. And the closest that she's been to Grove Street is to see her boyfriend. Which I'm not a fan of him living on Grove Street, but I've met the kid. He's harmless.
She didn't mention a boyfriend to me. Would you mind telling me his name?
His name is Brian. I don't remember his last name, unfortunately. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm not even sure they're still dating, to be honest.
Either way, I can try and get in touch with him, see if that might be out of sorts, and if there's anything in particular that information. Again, she didn't mention a boyfriend. It's possible they're not together anymore. Just I don't know. Most kids often don't tell their parents about their social lives in that regard. It's a little bit embarrassing for them.
Yeah, it's even more embarrassing when the person taking care of you is your brother.
Yeah, I can understand that. Alright, so you did mention that she did deal with drugs before your first talk. I know I can look at her police report. Would you mind telling me your perspective on that? What exactly was the whole drug?
Well, she had admitted to me that she was doing drugs, and most of the money that she was making was going towards that at the time, but she promised me she would stop, and I did notice a change in her behavior that would make me suspect that she did go through with her promise and that she hasn't been doing drugs.
Okay, so then that's pretty much all the questions I have for you in that regard. You know, she kind of brought this up too, and this is something that I was kind of already expecting after she explained the whole teacher situation. I'm sure this is a very loaded question. I'm sure you might not have an exact answer during your part of law enforcement, but do you have any enemies that you can think of? Anyone that hates you, anyone that's threatened you other than, basic criminal threats, things like that? Anything that stood out, to say the least? Anything that might be related to her, anything that may have said that they plan to hurt you in the worst way possible, any threats to your family, anyone that comes to mind?
I mean, there was Rosemary Raven, but I mean, she's dead. I was part of the firing squad that took her out. I mean, recently, which this is one of the reasons why I got the new security system installed, is there was this lady that basically walked into our house one day and said this house was her grandparents' house. And I don't know, it was just kind of a weird situation. She didn't really threaten us or anything. I asked her to leave, and she eventually did. And I haven't seen her since. So, I mean, an enemy? Not really.
Remind me of who that was again?
I don't know what her name is. She was just... I just wanted her out at the time.
didn't hear the name. Or were you still talking about Rosemary Raven?
No, no. Well, Rosemary was another one who broke into our house, but no, I'm talking about another one.
Okay, do you know who it was or no?
No, I have no idea. I had never seen her before. And that was basically the final straw that made me get like the state-of-the-art security system that we currently have. That was just installed this weekend.
Alright. So you can't think of any other enemies anyone might do this? Like for example, with that Lex Hogan guy, was there anything that maybe he did that made him maybe want to start making false claims and get another involved or things like anything
No.
at all?
No, like I've never met the guy up until like he was Zoe's teacher. I mean, there's Casper
Okay.
Kane, but I mean that's so recent that there's no way that he would have like. Plus, that's not something Casper Kane would do. Like he doesn't give a fuck about that. He would kidnap Zoe. I mean, there is this one guy. Scott, you remember this? You remember that guy that was basically harassing Zoe that we dealt with? That was such a long time ago. I haven't seen or heard from him
Haven't
since.
remember his name or
Yeah.
any appearance or
The only thing that I can remember is that he was a African American.
His name was Millie something. Some dumbass kid who we went and had a chat with.
she did mention a back through my notes again. Last name. Millie Erickson? Does that sound familiar?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
Can I ask what he was what was he doing that was bothering her, harassing her? What'd you have to do to deal with him?
Well, he was basically one of the last threads that kept her in her old life of, the drugs and all that stuff, and he was harassing her, trying to get her back into doing that kind of stuff. It took Scott and I a while to get her to finally tell us about him, and when we found out, we kind of had a word with him, and I kind of told him to stay away from Zoe because the next time he was going to get arrested. He wasn't very pleased with that, but like I said, I haven't seen or heard from the guy since. That was like months ago.
Okay. That's very good to know. You only had his name, didn't mention anything more about him, so now that I have a backstory, that's very good to know. I'll be looking him up, getting his criminal record if I can, and getting a case file on him. Something tells me that right now he's our top suspect for this whole false claims, because if he was trying to get her back, if he was harassing her, I'm not sure what degree of harassment he was going with. Was legitimately harassing her. Even if you have there were any texts in the past that you might have saved somewhere, or if I could go ahead and find them in your phone records, those would be fantastic, because again, if this is kind of this behavior I've seen before with people that have been involved with drugs in their lives and things like, once people start picking themselves back up, there will be certain people kind of feel like they're the head of the whole operation and will want to keep those people under their thumb. Without those people, they could get caught, they could get arrested, everything that comes in that box is just a whole heap. So if you could go back through your phone records with your company and see if you can find text history between the two like that would be greatly appreciated. I'll go ahead and look up his criminal record. I'm also going to be talking with a couple other people in her life, like that Brian kid that you mentioned. I'll also be talking with her best friend, Katie Longmire.
Okay.
Go ahead and get started on this investigation, probably tonight, but one thing I wanted to let you know, I really shouldn't be doing this, but I will break the rules a little bit for you. While I can't guarantee any physical contact for at least 2 weeks, until we kind of figure out that claims might be false, cannot do any physical contact. We can't do visitation. However, something that I kind of allowed to be a thing between you two. Whenever I come and visit, you can go ahead and write a letter to, or Zoe can write a Zoe. I will have to read them just to make any incriminating information in there that I might need to know. So don't say anything too personal that you. And I will go ahead and hand it to her first. She'll write a letter back probably. I'll bring it back to you. So on and so forth. That way you guys can keep in contact as much as you can. But like I said, it's going to be a little bit minimal. That's the best I can do. That's the only way that I can bend the rules right now. But as far as I'm concerned, these claims are more than likely false, and I want to get Zoe back to you as soon as I can.
You should write her a letter.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't want to be an enemy to either of you. I'm sure I still am because I did have. You know, I don't expect you guys to like me yet, but I do want to work very closely with both of you, Officer Scott. Get as much information as, get this sorted out as soon as I can. Fortunately, I will need your guys' help to make sure I'm not missing any information. I'm gonna need to talk to you guys about the situation, make sure there's no fallacies or plot holes in any. I'm gonna need your guys' help. And I'm sure you guys are not really wanting to be in much contact with me, but that's the best way that you're gonna get Zoe back as soon as you can.
Look, I'm ready to do anything if it helps get my baby sister back.
I have the same goal as you guys do. I'm not here to whip her away from you for the rest of her life. I'm not here to terminate her. I'm not here to say, she did all these things 100%. Trust you guys, it's not what I'm here for. Right now, this was more just a matter of her safety, making sure that if she wasn't in an unsafe home, precautions to make sure that she is safe, then we go from there. If these didn't happen so quickly and so severely, then I would have been able to investigate sooner and this wouldn't have happened in the first place. But again, with her history, with her criminal record, everything that tied to it, I had no option. And I hope you understand that this is 100% for not to hurt you guys, not to hurt anyone, nothing of the like. But again, I don't expect you to like me. I doubt you will until you get back, but I do hope with time we can come to respect one another. If nothing else.
I just want my sister back. I don't really care how. I don't care who I have to work with.
I will say this. If anyone comes to you saying they're from CPS, talking about Zoe's case, do not trust them. I am the only one on Zoe's case. I will only ever be the one on Zoe's case. And pretty much any contact about the case will go through me. Those people that are coming to you about that want to get information out of you, get to whoever might be lying to you, make these false claims, anything of the like, and you can easily tell by if they start asking questions that they should already. So again, do not trust anyone if they say they're from CPS for Zoe's case. And if you're concerned, if you feel like they're saying something that might be incriminating to me or something, give me a call. Here, let me pull my business card out for you. go. And again, really, do not trust anyone that says they're a part of this case. The only people that will be involved are going to be like question, which they're not going to know any information. The only people that will know all the information are going to be Miss Kaylee, Mr. Scott, and Zoe herself.
Okay. When are you going to begin your investigation?
Like I said, I'm probably going to start tonight. I'm going to start collecting criminal records. I'm going to start collecting criminal records for this Millie. Get some information on that, and I guess if I can get in touch with Brian or Katie Longmire, that would probably be the best start. If you have any leads on where they are, that would help.
Well, Katie lives with Lily, who's a family friend and also a fellow DPS officer. She's currently somewheres in like the 90210 area. I don't have her exact address on hand. Maybe Kaylee, do you know where she lives?
She lives on Hillcrest Avenue.
I know where she lives.
Alright, seeing as it's getting a bit late, I might wait until the morning at least before I go and bug him. So I'll at least spend tonight getting that criminal record on Millie. And from there, morning, I'll probably swing by. If you guys could warn them that I might be swinging by, that'd be great. Some people don't like randomly getting ran up on, and I don't want to risk heading over there. Be there type of thing. You have the ability to let them know that I'm going to be swinging by in the morning, I'd appreciate that.
Okay,
Well, I do know Katie's a bit of a night owl from her time she spent with Zoe. And tomorrow, I think tomorrow school is back in, so she'll probably be going to school tomorrow. So tonight may be a better opportunity.
Okay, if tonight's a better opportunity, then I can go ahead and probably head over there. So you guys let them know that I'm swinging by.
Yeah. Hey, Kaylee, could you just send a message to Lily? I don't have Katie's number, so Lily can tell Katie.
I'll send a message. Yeah, I'll send a message to Lily.
Okay.
Want to go ahead and write a letter before I leave, and I'll get it to Zoe as soon as I can.
Yeah, just give me a few.
Pass you a piece of paper if you need. I got a notepad here.
No, I have notepads as well. I'll be right back.
Lily is on duty, but she will come home. Make sure she's with Katie.
Alright. Scott, it's up to you if you want to be with me for this.
Probably not tonight. I'm getting into overtime, and the last time I hit overtime, my boss almost beat me for it, so.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't pull 24-hour shifts for 2 days. Not great.
I wouldn't imagine.
I just have to ask. Since this is going on, like, will it have any consequences for the twins?
What do you mean? For your kids that are coming?
Yeah.
No, not necessarily. Like I said, this is more about Zoe than anything. I don't believe you're signed as a legal guardian. So if you're not a legal guardian, then your kids are not involved with this. And that in mind. Either way, newborns are not something that we can take, and you're not personally under investigation. Technically speaking, it's Zoe that's under investigation, but it's also household in general. Best way I can put it is newborns will not be taken by us. Don't worry about that. The biggest thing is Zoe has had several counts, eyewitness reports of his actions that supposedly, quote unquote, happened. And like I said, I don't believe him. I know she had her history, but so far I've seen no fallacies in any of the stories that you guys have been telling me. And at this point, it's more just a matter of ensuring that there is parenting quality going on. So at the most, we will be probably monitoring how you take care of your kids, but we won't be like invading or probably just come in, basically me. Just come in once a week, see how things are, you know, make sure their nutrition's well. Because again, it's not technically you guys that are under investigation, it's technically Zoe, and primarily ensuring that, you know, her legal guardians are taking care of her and not, you know, just haplessly allowing her to take drugs all the time, not go to class and things like that. Being uncaring.
Can we back up just for a little second here?
Yeah, what's up?
So you're saying even though if we prove this to be a complete bullshit, you're saying that I'm still going to continue being under investigation.
No.
You just let me finish, because you just said that you guys were going to come in here once a week, check up and see if there's anything wrong going on with our kids. That to me means that I'm still under investigation, especially if this case is if we prove that this case is bullshit, and that. So, please explain.
No, what I meant was while we're investigating this, that's when we'll be checking in. Once we prove this is bullshit, then I won't be checking in anymore. At that point, we can probably get Zoe back to you, and at that point, it's going to be starting to go to both us, and it's going to have to get detectives involved. So, at that point, it's a federal issue. We won't be coming to monitor you guys anymore once we do know that this is bullshit. Like, again, that's only while this is under investigation.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm hoping that this will be resolved before that even becomes an issue.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is considering what everyone's been telling me so far, and if I can get a hold of Millie sooner than later and trying to question him and things like that, honestly, I probably won't even have to come in once to check on you. As in the kids, that is. Something tells me this will probably be a couple weeks at the worst. Entirely depends on if I can get Millie, entirely depends on what information Katie or Brian give me, depends on what information I find on Lex Hogan, things of the like, but again, both of your stories are very good. I don't see any reason why I can't find information that's against her. Again, if Lex Hogan got rid of those tests or anything of the like, at that point he can be, because it is a crime.
Just do what you can do.
I promise I will. And like I said before, you're only 7 months pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no chance in hell I'll have to come back before they're born, other than to, you know, commute. I won't ever, to put it this way, I won't be here to investigate you guys at all this entire time. I think it's just going to be coming to clarify information.
I'll just get Zoe back.
I promise I will. That's a promise I can definitely make.
Good.
Let me read this letter, and then I'll be on my way. like I said, I'll try and make this process as quick as I can. I'm not here to be an enemy. I hope I've gotten to a point with this conversation that maybe you guys don't see me that way. Again, I don't expect you guys to like me yet. Don't blame you. I'd hate me too if I was in your position. But I will keep in touch. I'll keep you guys updated. Unfortunately, I won't be able to give you any files or anything. Everything I say will have to come from my mouth. Only certain things I can give you, which, again, your guys are DPS. You guys can probably look up the criminal files yourself. Things of the like. I'm not too concerned about it. But just for my own legal obligation, I will refrain from that information at least. But anything I can legally tell you.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and get out of your guys' hair for the night. You guys get some rest. I'll get this to Zoe as soon as I can. And I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
You guys have a good night now, alright?
To her.
Alright. I would say that we could do that, but again, because I am bending the rules, no information is added to the letter. I need to hand it to her personally.
Alright.
I do appreciate the offer, but and just for my own neck, I have to make sure that I know what's in that letter from the moment that it's in my hand. I can at least my hand.
Okay.
Go ahead and get out of your guys' hair now. I'll go see if I can get with Katie Longmire and see what I can do from there. I will ask while I'm out if one of you can pull up Billy's criminal background and mail it to me on that email that's on that card while I'm out, just so we can birds with one stone. I'd greatly appreciate that. Up to you guys, though.
And I'll leave that to Scott. This would be a conflict of interest if I started investigating.
Yeah, I'll pull it up tomorrow.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Again, I'm
Yep.
very sorry. You guys get some rest.
Yeah.
It will be alright.
I know. This is just the first time in the 8 years that I've taken care of her that I'm not.
That she's not here?
Yeah. I've been taking
Yeah,
care of
okay.
her since she was basically 6 years old.
I know, sweetie. Yeah. Let's just hear what Scott has to say. I kind of feel he's staring at us. So, we can head to bed afterwards.
I'm only here if you guys had any questions. I honestly can't think of anything to say right now.
No,
Is she okay, Scott?
Yeah, the place that she's at is pretty clean and secure. I mean, there's a camera in just about every room except for like the bathroom and other private places. So
I mean, is she being held there? Like, is she actually free to do stuff? Like, is she a prisoner? Like, I don't understand how this works.
I can't remember. Last time I had to deal with CPS was years ago, years and years ago. I
I
don't think she
don't.
is. I don't see why she can't go out and do things.
I
But
think she has to have a person with her.
yeah, that's what I was gonna
From
say.
what
Is I
I
think
know.
she has to be accompanied by somebody, or at least by that chick, Gracie,
So
or
she
a DPS
she is a
officer or
prisoner
something.
then, basically.
I mean, you and I both know her track record, Robert. If she's not accompanied by somebody, she's gonna disappear.
I know, it's just...
That is true. As, as long as she's safe. As long as they can take care of her until she comes back here.
Honestly, there's a list of addresses and shit, and not all of them are good. I tried to pick the best one out that was free.
That's nice of you. It's
Alright,
just
well,
weird that she's not here anymore. It's just yeah. It's but I like as long as she's safe.
I know. You guys get some sleep. Get out. Go see your own.
alright.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scott.
Yep.
Stay safe, okay?
Well, I'll attempt.
Go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sweetie. We just have to hang in there. I'll be with you every single step of the way. We're going to fight. Zoe is getting back home.
Yeah. Thank you. I don't think I would have been able to handle this without you.
Of course. We're family.
Yeah,
Zoe included.
of course.
And he has to get back home. He belongs here.
Yes,
With us.
yes, she does.
Just promise me. Just take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And remember, I'm here. Okay?
I know.
Good. Let's get to bed. Can't do anything more tonight.
Yeah.
Katie. Honey.
Oh, hey, Mom.
Hey. I need to talk to you.
Okay.
Just sit down on the couch. I got a text from Kaylee.
Oh, okay.
It's about Zoe.
What do you mean?
Zoe is taken away by DPS. I'm sorry, CPS.
What does that mean?
Child Protection Services.
But why are they taking Zoe away?
It was just in the message. I don't know why they took her away. The only thing that Kaylee wrote to me was that the CPS has taken Zoe away and they're coming here because they want to talk to you. Because you're Zoe's best friend.
Huh. I'm not really sure about that anymore. She still hasn't messaged me. So I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Sweetie, I know you're like yeah, you don't know if you guys still are friends or whatever, but this time you need to help her.
Of course, that's not even a question. I'll always be there for her.
This is serious.
Well, yeah, it sounds
Zoe
serious.
can, from what I know about CPS, when they when they take kids away, it when they take children away, it might end up like them not coming back.
Okay, was that the doorbell? Or was that just my imagination?
No, I'll get it.
Why am I underneath the light? It's too hot. Who is it, Mom?
Katie,
Yeah? Who's this?
this is Gracie Lee Shaw from the CPS, the Child Protection Services. I think she's going to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
I will be here with you. Don't worry about that.
You didn't do anything. You're not in trouble. Just to clarify, this is about your friend Zoe Ramsey.
Yeah?
If you don't mind me asking, just for my own sake and because of my job, what caused all the bruises?
You can tell her.
Well,
Go
it's-
on. It's okay.
a few days ago I was kidnapped by someone. Well, it's not just someone, it's someone that I had been dating, someone that I shouldn't have been dating. And, well, originally he kidnapped Zoe and beat her up. Then he came after me, beat me up, and he was going to rape me, but I was able to get away just before he could do that. But
If you don't mind me asking, what was the name? What was the name of this individual?
His name was Samuel.
Zoe mentioned. Do you mind telling me his last name?
I think it was Richardson.
Has he already been arrested?
As far as I know, he
Yes,
has.
ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Does he have any relation? Or anything of the like?
Any relation
Again,
to...
she didn't mention his name. I just want to be sure.
I'm sorry, any relation to who?
Zoe?
Does he have any relation to Zoe?
Yes.
The only connection he has to Zoe is that Zoe basically got him in trouble because Zoe found out about my abusive relationship and kind of got him in trouble for it. She's the one who kind of set him up so that he would get arrested. But at the time, I guess he didn't have enough proof, so he was able to get out on bail, and that's why he came after us.
Alright, and would he have any vendetta against Zoe because of the fact that she got him in trouble? Did he express any sort of vendetta?
Well,
Did he only want to target you?
he went after her specifically because of what she did. But all this has happened in the past few weeks.
Only within the past few weeks?
Yeah.
Okay, so my next... When did he get out on bail? I'm assuming within this time frame, right?
Yes.
And was he more direct in his action? Do you think he's the type to, go to other people to do the dirty for him?
As far as I know, he did all these actions himself. Like, he was alone when he came after me, and as far as I know, he was alone when he went after Zoe. It's one of the reasons why I was able to get away from him.
Okay, good to know. Well, as long as he's in custody, that's fine. I'll probably have to question him just to make sure. Unfortunately, with you guys, give too much information matter. I'm simply going to be asking you a couple questions. I can't give specific, unless you guys are cleared. Information, I'm sure, they'll probably tell you anyway. You guys are close family friends. About that, but for my own neck, I can't do.
I mean, is she okay? Can you at least tell me that much?
She is safe, yes. Fortunately, you won't be able to visit her. Won't be able to see her for a little bit until we clear up the situation. She is safe. She's not in prison or anything like that.
So what?
At a house.
Like CPS's solution is to isolate her and make her feel alone? She can't even see her best friend?
No, that's not the goal, no. The biggest thing is that you probably will have rights to visitation so long as she expressed comfort in that. It's for her family that is, that is unfortunately unable to spend time. I'll probably have to have you sign some forms if you do her, just for the sake of covering our own backs and making sure that she is safe with.
Look, I'll sign any form I
So
need
if
to
you're
help my best
fine,
friend.
that's perfectly fine. I can go ahead and get you that form. You can get that sorted out, and that way you can visit her. I will say with those visitations, probably will have to have a guard there just to be sure. And we can't have anything get into her that shouldn't be with her. Mostly for her safety. Only have authorized people going in and out. Like I said before, she is
Why does this sound more and more like she's being basically detained or like imprisoned?
She's not. It's just for her safety. Again, we have to keep guards there when people come and visit. If you came and visited without any sort of surveillance, say, for example, she authorized someone that was a good friend, but they didn't know the situation, and they ended up bringing someone that was dangerous for her, brought them in, and ended up hurting her. We don't want that. Everything we do is for her safety. Not detained, she's not being secluded from her life. We need to make sure that people that are seeing her are people that one, she can trust, and two, people that we can trust know that she's not going to get hurt in this problem.
So what happens if she wants to go out? What happens if she needs to go to school? Is like she can't go to school either?
No, she can still do those things. It's just, again, probably have someone nearby just keeping watch. Most likely someone undercover. Someone that blends into the environment. No one will really know that she's being watched. But again, in this instance, she's being watched for the sake of if these people think are going after her, happen to get a hold of her in person, then we have someone on her back to make sure that she gets out of it unharmed.
Okay. So what were your questions?
So, first question I have is about an individual named Millie. Are you at all familiar with that name?
You can go ahead and sit on the couch.
Yeah, that probably
more
would be more comfortable if that's what you guys are willing.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to go down and check on Talia.
Alright.
You just go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bump in you. Okay, so, like I said, my first question is about an individual named Millie Erickson. Are you familiar with that name?
Can't say that I am. Who is he?
The most information that I can give right now, how much of her history do you know, before I get into that?
Well, I know that she's had a troubled past and she's still struggling to this day. I know that recently she's had thoughts about killing herself, but from what I understand, her brother has been there the entire time and has helped her through all these things.
So her brother does know about the thoughts of suicide?
I believe so.
Okay. Has she ever made an attempt on her life? Has she hurt herself at all yet?
I mean, the only time that I know of is one time she climbed on a building, but she was claiming she just wanted to be alone with her thoughts. And she did come down, like, without, when the cops told her to come down. This was a few weeks ago.
Okay. Um, tell me anything else about how she's been struggling recently. Has there been anything with drugs? Has she been struggling with anything?
No, she hasn't. I haven't seen her, or she hasn't told me, nor have I seen her do any drugs. So she's been good with that. I know she was really angry at some point because Kaylee was having some issues. Something about potentially losing the twins, and Zoe was very upset. She had ended up punching uh, a bus stop where the glass kind of all broke and it hurt her pretty bad.
All right. Second question, I guess. Other than that Samuel individual, is there anyone else in her life that might have a vendetta against her? Anyone that might dislike her? Anything?
I mean, a vendetta? Not that I can think of. I mean, like, she's only 16. Like, most people who know her, like, she's such a sweet girl, even though she's had a troubled past. So I can't think of anyone who'd want to harm her or want her to go through something like this.
All right. How long have you known her for exactly?
I've known her for, like, well, since we've been in high school. So 3 years.
So that means were you a part of her troubled past? Like, were you there for any of that?
I was there, but she always hid it from me. So what I'm trying to say is that I knew her, like, we were very close friends. But she would often kind of just hide stuff from me. And I didn't really want to pry. I figured if she wanted to tell me, she would. And, I mean, eventually she did. But she said that it was basically after she had, like, this really long talk with her brother that she kind of told me everything. And I've been there for her every step of the way. At least as much as I can be. As much as she will let me.
Okay, that's really all the questions I could think of asking with giving away too much information. Is there any other information I should know in order to keep her safe? Any information that you, if it's not at all related to her pet, if there's anything that would help me, I need to know.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is Mr. Hogan.
Okay, tell me about Mr. Hogan.
Well, first of all, he's a creep. I thought about pressing charges for sexual harassment against him. But he's never laid his hands on me, so I just let it go. And I don't know why, but he seems...
Was it verbal?
Yeah, well, he was basically threatening to lower my grades unless I allowed him to do things with me. And I basically said no. And I told him if he was going to touch my grades that I would get my father involved.
Okay. Do you think he ever Zoe?
I mean, I don't know, but I do know this is the only class that she failed, and she shouldn't have failed it. We did a lot of studying together.
Did he specify what things he wanted you to...
Only that he wanted me to go to his place. I mean, don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out what that means.
Do you know if he's ever mentioned it? Or, like, has anyone ever, like, have you ever heard him passing rumors or anything like that?
Not really. I don't really tend to socialize with the others that much. I'm kind of selective as to who I hang out with and who I call friends.
Okay. Well, I can tell you that little bit of information helps me immensely. I already had him in mind for questioning, and now you've given me more of a reason to. So hopefully, if things come down to it, we can stop him from harassing anybody else. If you wouldn't mind, as long as it's not a bother to you, I would appreciate it if you a report for harassment against him. Help document as much as you can about the situation and let me know. Have copies of old tests I failed you on for the same reason. Anything that might help against Mr. Hope, please file that report and make sure it gets straight to me and all his detectives.
I mean, he tried to, the only thing that he ever tried to do to my grade was he did give me an F once, and then when I showed it to my dad, the next thing I know, I had an A+, so. I don't know what my dad did, but...
Still have a copy of that paper that failed you on?
No, he like Mr. Hogan would have it.
Okay.
Because we have to turn in every test after we've showed it to our parents and stuff, so.
Really? That's
Yeah.
a new, Okay.
Yeah, his class is the only one who does that. My other classes, I get to keep my test after it's been graded.
Understood. That is very good to know. Well, since you are apparently involved with him, I can certainly tell you that, depending on how this investigation goes, very likely he's probably going to get arrested by the end of this. Because I get the feeling I'm going to find more evidence than you would think about your claim and others.
Well, I can't say that I would be sad to see him go, nor would most of the, girls at the school.
I'm sure. Alright, well, that's all the information that you... Guess I can go ahead and get out of your guys' hair. If you do think of... I will leave my business card. Just like I told the Ramzeys, I'll you guys as well. If anyone comes to your house and says there was coming for Zoe's case, ask you questions, don't listen to them. I am the only one assigned to it. And I will let you know if anything else comes. Otherwise, again, don't trust anyone if they say they are. And for Zoe, I am the only one. And if something comes up, call me right away. Let me know what they look like. Let me know if they gave you a name. And I can see what I can do to prevent it from happening again.
Okay.
Thank you again for your information. Officer Lily, do you have any information that I might need to know that maybe wasn't given to me already?
No. I don't think so. I don't, I know Zoe's like, yeah, with Robert and Kaylee, that's pretty much it. I don't know very much.
Alright. Well, if you guys think of anything that you think I need to know, please give me a call or email me from the information card. I would greatly appreciate it. Anything that helps, I'll take it. Even if you find just like, even if you hear him passing anything about Mr. Hogan, if you hear anything in passing about Zoe while you're at school, anything, fine, just let me know.
Okay. And likewise, if there's anything else that I can do to help Zoe, let me know, because I'll do anything to help her.
Absolutely, I'll be sure I'll let you know. Like I said, I can't give too much information. If anything comes up that I think I can question you about, I'll let you know.
Okay.
And, go ahead and send me an email regardless, so that way I have yours, so that way I can go ahead and, do a copy of those files that you need to fill out for visitation with Zoe at her safe house, and we can go from there.
Alright, I will.
Alright, you guys have a good night now. I'm very sorry I've gotten in here.
No, we just happy to help out.
You guys have a good night.
You too, man.
Is Zoe going to be okay?
You go and catch some sleep.
Okay.
I still have a long shift ahead of me.
Yeah, I was really afraid when she asked me about the bruises. I thought she would take me away from you.
No. You don't have to worry about that. As long as you tell the truth, it's perfectly fine. And yeah.
Okay. Well, you be
Perfectly
safe.
fine.
Be safe out there, okay?
Yeah.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, sweetie. Take care.
I will.
Good.